Pain is one of life's greatest teachers, yet it often feels like an uninvited visitor, one that arrives suddenly, disrupts everything, and refuses to leave quietly. But when you pause and look more deeply, you'll find that setbacks often carry seeds of strength within them, hidden potentials, new perspectives, and deeper resilience that couldn't have been formed any other way. Let's walk through how to reframe pain so that it becomes a catalyst for growth instead of a chain that holds you back. 1. Acknowledge what hurts. The first step in transforming pain is to recognize it without shame or denial. Too often we try to push past our emotions, minimize them, or ignore them. But what we refuse to acknowledge will continue to control us from the shadows. Ask yourself gently, what exactly hurts? Where do I feel the weight? What does this setback represent to me? Naming the pain doesn't make it bigger, it makes you stronger because it brings honesty to the forefront. 2. Separate the event from your identity. A setback is something that happened. It is not who you are. Losing something doesn't make you a loser. Failing doesn't make you a failure. Being broken doesn't make you beyond repair. Reframing begins when you stop saying, "I failed," and start saying, "I experienced a failure, but I'm still becoming." Pain becomes a seed of strength when you treat the event as information, not identity. 3. Find the lesson hidden beneath the emotion. Every painful moment contains insight, sometimes small, sometimes profound. Ask yourself, what did this setback reveal about my limits, habits, assumptions, or relationships? What was this pain trying to show me? What can I understand now that I couldn't see before? Pain often points to boundaries that were crossed, expectations that were unrealistic, patterns that need adjusting, strengths you didn't know you had, directions you should no longer take, or simply the need to slow down. The goal is not to spiritualize or sugarcoat pain, but to extract meaning from it. 4. Look for what this experience strengthened. Your pain is evidence that you endured something difficult. Your presence here, reflecting, seeking wisdom, is proof that you didn't break even if you bent. Consider these questions. What inner muscles did this hardship strengthen? Patience, courage, discipline, empathy? What capacity do I have now that I didn't have before? Every challenge builds something. Sometimes it builds endurance, sometimes humility, sometimes perspective, sometimes determination. When you recognize the strength you gained, the pain stops being an enemy and becomes a trainer. 5. Choose a healthier meaning. Reframing pain is ultimately about changing the story you tell yourself. Instead of saying, "This setback ruined me," try shifting to, "This setback redirected me." Instead of, "Why did this happen to me?" try, "What can this experience build within me?" The meaning you assign determines whether pain becomes a prison or a pathway. You cannot always control what happens, but you can control how you interpret it, and that interpretation shapes your future. 6. Turn the lesson into forward movement. Reframed pain becomes strength when it leads to action. Ask yourself, what can I do differently going forward? What principle can I carry with me? What boundary can I set? What new direction might this setback be pushing me toward? Even one small action, making a plan, having a hard conversation, forgiving someone, forgiving yourself, or simply deciding to try again, turns your pain into momentum. 7. Remember that growth is not instant. Seeds don't become trees overnight. Strength doesn't develop in a moment. Healing doesn't happen on a schedule. Give yourself permission to grow gradually. There will be days you feel strong and days you feel tender. Both are part of the transformation. What matters is that you keep moving, even if slowly. Strength grows in the small moments, in the showing up, in the trying again, in the choosing hope. 8. Celebrate the strength you've already gained. Before you close this time of reflection, pause and acknowledge something important. You have already survived things you once thought would defeat you. You have already grown in ways you once thought were impossible. You have already proven that you can rise. This setback, no matter how painful, can become another chapter in that story of strength. Take a breath and affirm, "My pain is not the end of me. It is a seed that will grow into strength." In conclusion, reframing pain isn't about pretending the hurt didn't happen. It's about refusing to let it define you permanently. Pain is often the breaking of old limitations so new strength can emerge. Setbacks can be stepping stones if you choose to see them differently. Every dark moment can hold a seed of transformation.